Hi everybody, welcome back to Range Tech. Today we're here to talk to you about McNett's camouflage tape. This is their Camoform tape and it is a very nice product. I've been using it on rifles and my tripod and stuff like that for a few years now. This stuff's actually been on for quite a while and it hasn't lost any of its tackiness. It's allowed me to operate the tripod without holding me back from using any of the controls or buttons for the legs, and it adds a bit of protection as well. Now, McNett makes quite a few different options for this. They have a multicam version, and then on here we have our TriggerTech version, and then we have our snow version. So I'm going to just quickly show you how fast you can actually apply this stuff. Now, I don't do this all the time, but I want to give you an idea of how simple it is. Now, this is the rifle that I generally use as my hunting rifle, and it's camouflaged, but it's camouflaged to my darker coastal rainforest type environment. So if I wanted to go and say use this in a more arid environment, I can use this wrap, which really sticks to itself really well, but it doesn't stick to others, and it will stick to whatever you wrap it to, but it's not sticky on the outside is what I'm trying to say. So it's sort of like applying a bandage, and it's actually a very similar material. It's a great multi-use thing. And I guess actually if you were hunting and something happened and you needed some type of emergency bandage, or for a splint or something, it could easily do dual duty for that. I'm just going to do a quick job here just to show you how easy it is. So I'm not putting a whole bunch of pressure on the barrel or anything, I'm just putting a light wrap, just to give you a better idea of what that should look like. One of the other great features of this is the fact that it quiets your gear down too. Because if you're pushing through brush or something like that and you have branches rubbing on the rifle, you've got that scratching sound, whereas this is going to quiet all that down for you. It also takes away the sheen. And if you're a hunter and you've done your research, you realize probably that animals see things not just based on color, but on their texture. So if something is more reflective than the surrounding terrain, then they're going to notice that. So I'll leave it there, and that just gives you a really good idea of how easy it is to do something like that. Now, if I was hunting, I would probably take the bipod off and throw that in a pack and have this wrapped up just so that the pin showed through. But for our purposes, I'm just gonna do this. So, they've got everything from this winter white, the snow, that's got little flecks of gray in it, which really breaks up your silhouette. And like I said, they've got some of the more popular brand name stuff like TriggerTech, Multicam, and a few others. This stuff has been reused a bunch of times now, and it's doing just fine. I believe that there's a possibility of being able to wash it as well, and clean it up if it does happen to get muddy or dirty. So check them out. That's McNett, and that's their Camoform. And there are other versions out there, but I've tried them and they don't seem to be as good. They don't seem to have the tackiness or the stretchiness to hold them firmly on, like whatever you're using it for. So I would recommend that you really stick with this brand. Anyway, thanks for joining us at Range Tech. I hope you found this useful, and I hope you find this to be a time saver. So, you know, for those of us that want to paint our rifle, you know, and that's not a big deal, but for those of you that don't, this is a really great option. Again, thanks again. Take care.